Hey guys, I'm Mr. Anderson. I'm just waiting on the other boys to join on up. But I hope you guys are actually enjoying my current LP of 999. I do have Virtue's Last Reward all set up and a Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, I think the third one is. So we're going to go through a bit of an odyssey. Then I found a way to record DS stuff to show you some of my favorite DS visual novel games. Pretty excited about that one, simply because it's Hotel Dusk and Last Window. Hotel Dusk is actually um, one of my first visual novels I've ever done, and it got me really into the entire genre. It's a really great, moody, atmospheric visual novel with a. You can actually move around and everything. It's pretty good. And then Last Window, which is Sing, the developer's last title, I believe they released. Um, Later on, they had done a small 3DS game, but it wasn't that big. Um, and then I when Last Window came out, it was only released in Europe. So I ordered it because DSs are not region locked. So I was able to play that. And I'm going to tell you, both these games are amazing. But the simple fact that I can actually start Let's Playing DS games really opens up a lot of titles that I can play. I am emulating them, but I do own them. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? I bought the rights to it, so I can use it. Um, for anyone just joining, we're waiting on Xinksly and Ragiroth. I don't know where they are, but we are going to be playing some Mutants and Masterminds, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Apocalypse Next. Xinksly actually came up with that name. I like that a lot, so I had to find the font for Apocalypse Now and use that. So I had to. I got to do it. Um, Now, if no one ever watched the last live stream that we did, it's set years in the future. An asteroid had struck Earth, and basically it's post-apocalyptic. Basically, think Mad Max meets JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is X Xinksly on?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
I didn't want
yo,
to interrupt what you were saying.
no. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for someone to jump on. Ragiroth should be on in a minute. I
Yeah,
was just going over what happened last time.
yeah, that's fine.
Basically, of course, Inksley's first roll of the night, he fails miserably. He rolls a critical failure on his stealth check, and he falls flat on his face while trying to sneak. He's supposed to
No
be a,
man.
he's supposed to be a stealthy character, but I guess all that sweet anime merch he was bringing back to his girlfriend sort of weighed him down. And then I guess you could say he got tongue tied by a zombie that can crawl on the wall, and yeah, use its tongue to grab people. Yeah, it's a hentai lover's dream.
It definitely is.
Yeah. And then Josavius was actually hired by a mysterious figure known as Wang Chung. Every time I say Wang Chung, I want to start singing "Everybody have fun." And I don't know. I don't know. Was there a character named Wang Chung in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I swear there
I
was.
I wish there was. I don't think there
Okay,
was.
okay, all right. I swear he was in part one or part two when they were going through the Hammond users. But
Something Chun.
what is
Chung.
it?
I don't think it's one. I don't. I think it is somebody with the last name
Chung.
Chung, but I don't
Okay.
think it's Wang.
Well, this has this character. There is other characters from the series in this, but
Oh, from the actual animes you
yeah,
implemented them.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, one was just like I'm sitting there with the power level, and I'm like, I have to make a max power level.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just like, oh shit, like this guy is beefy as fuck. But and of course, after defeating the zombies in classic JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, no one trusts anyone, so they start beating the shit out of each other, Josavius and Jono. Um, Jono basically he gets punked by the zombies, but then he punks Josavius by making him vomit all over himself. At that time, Jono basically realizes that Josevius wants to see the star on his back, on his left shoulder, um, uh, to make sure that he has the correct bounty. What Jono does not know is that Josevius also has a star on his left shoulder, which wasn't said at all. Um, but upon further inspection of his girlfriend, who was also living in the house that was attacked by the zombies, um, it seemed that she was moderately hurt, but she was passed out on the floor, and Jono used his powers of healing, which healed her outward damage, but for some reason, her condition seems to be getting worse. We don't know why that is, of course. Um, but after Jono discovered that his girlfriend's condition was getting worse, they decided that they would walk the day's walk to the town. The town is called Ridgewall. It is a town on the edge of a giant, I guess you could say, continental shelf. The characters are living at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean on the ocean bed. Um, they wouldn't. The characters themselves probably wouldn't realize where they were
Yeah.
living, but they.
Oh, by the way, I still didn't get that email.
You didn't get the fucking. It goes to your Yahoo. Are you looking at your Yahoo?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Like every other email I've gotten from you.
Okay,
come-
well, I'll just let you know what you're rolling, and you're good.
I
You do have one hero point because
I just didn't use it yet.
Papa
Yeah.
Anderson. Well, no, Papa Anderson made a mistake. Every game, everyone starts out with one hero point, meaning that gives you like the edge where you can like, um, you know, re-roll or make something happen that you want to be in the scene and everything like that.
Mhm.
Everyone starts out with that. Now, you guys do have two hero points. Those two hero points, it's a power point, sorry, can be spent on your character or your stand. So keep that in mind. You don't have to buy new powers. Keep that in mind as well. You can always add alternate effects. Um, Now, one thing I didn't go into with you is while I have you here, there is an ability for time travel. Because right now, all you really do is just like you just heal people. But if you really wanted to get into time travel, which I'm believing that's how your stand actually works, it just manipulates
Yeah.
time. So we can actually get into that, and you can do it to where you can, depending on the rank, you can jump like years ahead or years back. You know what I mean?
If I need to change something. Yeah.
No, you don't need. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't need to. They're not that expensive, the powers. So like, believe it or not, 2 points is really friggin' generous. You might be like, oh, that's nothing, but
Yeah.
in this game, yeah. But the only thing is,
Can I save those like every?
yeah, yeah, you could save them.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that's limiting you is the power level of the game. Once we hit the power level with empower points, then you can start increasing it over like the max rank of 10. So once it hits 6, you can
Yeah.
go, you can bump up all your build. Oh, you mute it, dude.
I'm good.
Okay. Once you hit like power level 6, which I think is like 75 points, because you had, I don't know, no, 75 was power level 5. So I think it's like 10 more points gives power level 6. You'd be able to bump all your ranks up to 12 with your current abilities and anything else. And also too, you can upgrade your base defenses and stuff like that a little bit higher as well. Um, but I believe you can put a lot of points into your stats anyway because
Yeah.
your stats are on a little bit of the low side because you are more of like a stand user in that sense.
Yeah.
Your
And
powers
then
make up your
and then
character.
Raggy's really like beefy.
Yeah, he can hit pretty hard, but the problem with him is his will and stuff like that kind of sucks. Like his active defenses aren't that great, but when he wants to hit something, he can hit something. Now, another mistake Papa Anderson made was I don't know why I'm calling myself Papa Anderson was that when people are rolling to test against afflictions, so like when you touched him, that affliction, he always has to be a 20 regardless. You don't even have to roll for the affliction. It's just when you touch
Okay.
him, yeah, when you touch him, he has to beat a 20.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I made that mistake. So because when you touched his cage, you should have been hit by his affliction.
I should have.
because he has an affliction of rank 20 as well on anything he
Oh,
makes.
would it? Okay.
Yeah, another thing I forgot too was when you touch things or people with your sickening decay, you actually roll another dice against his fortitude, and depending on how well your roll is, so like say he rolled a 10 and you rolled a 15, you would actually lower his fortitude by the amount that you beat him by, because he has you have weakness 5. So basically, that works
Okay.
on objects and things. The only reason why you really need it weakness 5 is because if you wanted to affect objects, like destroy
Mm-hmm.
them, you would need to apply a weakness to their fortitude. But that also works on other humans. So, like, know how when you were getting punched, you were getting
Yeah.
a -1 to your rolls to resist that damage?
Yeah.
Well, you essentially, if you touch somebody, and you basically are weakening their ability to resist further damage from any source. So it's really handy because I mean, not only are they becoming dazed, defenseless, but if for some reason they aren't if they aren't affected by your hey,
Yeah.
yo, what's going on? Getting by with Gerard. Um, if for some reason they aren't affected by your first touch attack, they will be affected. They have to roll again against your weakening attack.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty beef, man. It's pretty beef. I haven't seen you in a while getting by with Gerard. I'm just gonna call you GG because getting by with Gerard is really long to say. We're waiting on
Do
Raggy.
I sound okay? Like my mic and everything?
Oh yeah, yeah, you sound beautiful, baby.
All right. I was making sure because it sounded like I was echoing for a second, but I fixed.
I don't think you're echoing. Yo, Gerard, or GG. I'm gonna call you J Lo, or G
Oh,
Lo.
Jerry.
Um, is he echoing? Inksley, of course.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at.
Okay, all right. Because we were echoing with Raggy because he's a scrub and he uses like the iPod earphones. So come on, dude. Where's Raggy? Anyway,
You think he'd be here on time?
yeah, but so I mean that's basically it. It's a lot simpler. Oh, there's Raggy.
Hey, what's happening?
Raggy Rock.
I
It's
swear
a
when we bring
me.
him up,
It's a
we
me.
summon him.
It's a me, Raggy. Raggy Roth. How you been?
Been okay. Been
Okay.
okay. How about you?
Oh, I've been all right. Busy, busy, busy. I had to get some blood work done with my daughter this morning. She didn't like that one bit.
Oh, I got blood work
Oh, I
done
can
too.
imagine.
Yeah, they had to take like 2 vials of blood, man, and my daughter
What the
don't like it.
hell?
Yeah, because they have to test for the pediatrician wanted to test for like lead and anemia, all the average shit they have to test
Oh,
for.
okay.
So they put your kid through all these batteries of tests that they just
Oh, that
freaking
poor.
can't stand. But okay. So let me explain some things to you that I was explaining to Inksley. Um, afflictions. You have afflictions on. Okay, John's voice could be louder. Okay, let's pump up
Got
the
it.
volume.
That's my.
Pump up
That's
the
on my
volume.
end. I
Pump up
got
the
you.
volume.
Volume.
Dance. Dance.
Dance. Anyway, um,
I got you.
and okay, so when your weapon touches things, Raggy, it applies an affliction, which we weren't doing because undead doesn't. They're not affected by afflictions
Oh.
that resist against fortitude because they're immune to any fortitude checks. But um, you have a rank 10 in your affliction. That means that
Oh.
you don't have to roll. It's always the person touching your weapon always has to beat a 20 regardless.
Wow.
So, like last time when Inksley or Jono touched the cage, he should have been afflicted by it because he essentially failed the roll, but I did it wrong. Um, you don't have to roll anything when it comes to that affliction. They always have to beat a 20. He rolled like a 10 or something like that. You just rolled lower, so he should have been affected by that affliction.
Anyway, yeah.
He should have been in that cage. But
Damn.
anyway, at least you don't have to drag a fucking cage around with you everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah, because that would have gotten really fucking old. Anyway, how does
Living
how
like Death Stranding, carrying a giant cage on me. Or something.
exactly? How does Gigi? How does Raggy sound? Does he need to be a little bit higher?
Oh, maybe it's because I wasn't like that close to the microphone.
No, no, no. I'm just asking because we have someone
Oh.
watching. What? He's Irish, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's an Irish viewer. He's I call him my international correspondent. So like last time we were talking about like people calling cigarettes fags and stuff like that, and is that insulting? And he helped
They
us out
lit-
greatly with it.
They literally say the C word. I'm not gonna say it a lot. Like that's literally their bitch word.
What
It
cock?
rhymes with runt.
Oh, cunt. Okay, cunt. Okay. You don't.
I was like, if you go into America and say that, people look at you weirdly.
Well, I mean, I use it
I think
because
it's like calling a girl like the N word or something.
which call I mean I use it because I know it bothers
I-
women. So if women really want to get at me, I call them a cunt. Like it's just what I
I
do.
use this because I hang out with them all the time.
Yeah. But okay, so okay, so I'm going to explain what happened last time just so you guys remember. Um Jono, Xinksly's character, he walked in on his girlfriend getting like molested by some zombies. And then he got tongue tied around the neck, and he was getting his ass beat until Josevius, Mr. Ragiroth, came in and just started shotgunning everybody and like slicing and dicing them up with a scythe. They then got into a fight. Josevius started vomiting all over himself. Though he did discover that he did have the right man in Jono by looking at the star on his left shoulder. However, what wasn't revealed was that also Josevius also has a star on his left shoulder. So they get into a fight, and squabbling ensues. However, the fight is ended when Jono discovers that his girlfriend is no longer getting any better from the sickness that she might have. He doesn't know what it is, and you guys decide that you're going to go to the town that's about a day out called Ridgewall. Now, this is great for you, Raggy, because Josevius was actually instructed to go to Ridgewall after he abducted Jono.
Oh, okay.
So
out.
you were told to go meet a man named Alfonso. So
Okay.
after getting him, now you I don't know what Jono has planned for his girlfriend, but you guys are currently on your way to Ridgewall, which is basically a town on the edge of a giant continental shelf. Your characters probably wouldn't necessarily know this, but imagine being at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, which your characters are. There's just no water anymore. Imagine being at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean and then going to the continental shelf. That's what you're looking at. You're
What?
miles below the sea level, basically, but there is no ocean.
What?
Basically, when an asteroid would hit, basically it would wipe out most of the water on the planet, and that's what you guys are dealing with. All the seawater is pretty much gone. So you guys are basically at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Hence why I was saying like there was like skeletal remains of ships and stuff like that at the bottom of the ocean. But of course, your characters would not know that. Now, I want to say something to you guys though. Instead of assuming that your character cannot do something, tell me what you want to do, and I will tell you if you can do it. Example, Raggy, you were like, oh, I didn't know I could make a cage appear above him or around him. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Just you have to let me know what you want to do, and then I will tell you whether you can do it or I will alter it so you can do it. All right. So
Okay.
don't think you can't do it. Let me know, and I will tell you whether you can or not do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because I don't want you guys like hindering yourself when it comes to like your creativity with your tax, because that's what JoJo's about. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So, all right. So you guys are on your way. You guys are heading out. Who is carrying Saki or Sakura?
I am.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. It would be.
all right. So you're going to be at a negative like 2 speed because you are basically carrying. So normal humans start with a 0. Raggy is also a 0 unless he uses his movement ability. So regardless, you're always a 0. For a walk as long as that, it's 24 hours. So let me.
That's a long.
Damn.
Yeah. So it would be it's about a day's walk without without, you know, him carrying a woman on his back. So we'll say 1 day minus 0. So what? 60 miles would take a normal human. So minus 2. So it would take you. It's going to take you almost 2 days to walk at like a minus 2 pace.
Jeez.
With someone on his back. Now, mind you, last time too, you did realize that whatever attacked Jono last session, Josevius, that there probably was more, because as you were staking out the place, you did see more than just, like you saw a lot more tracks as you were looking for Jono. So it is a possibility that you could be attacked on the way there. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, what do you guys do? You got almost a 2 days walk ahead of you.
We walk and put the series on hiatus for 2 years. No, it's a berserk joke.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty much. Well, if you think about it, his girlfriend is sort of like Berserk.
Oh yeah, she is. She's kind of like in Casca's situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say okay. Well, this is a desert, right?
Yeah, it's basically like, if you think about it, like think of a really dry soil. It's cracked. The walking is rough because of how hard it's like almost like a frozen tundra, but not frozen. It's hot, but it's night, so it's actually kind of cold right now. It is really cold because there's nothing holding the heat in.
Okay. I mean,
can't your abilities make cars and stuff too?
Oh.
Well, you can make.
I was going to say.
What?
I was going to say. I mean, I could have our stand fly us, but I forgot that was the original ability of it.
Yeah, that was the original ability. Now, here's the issue. You can make a car, but you need something to fuel it.
But I need something what?
To fuel it.
Damn, too bad this isn't more like Mad Max with a bunch of cars.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying anything. It's just you guys have to tell me what you're doing. I'm just here to like narrate what you're doing. So just because I didn't say anything, I mean, you tell me what you want to do, and like, oh, is there any cars around? You ask me, and so on and so forth. If you roll high enough, then there might be cars around.
Oh, okay. So that stuff can be affected by rolls too.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sheer luck. Like, it would be almost like sheer luck. So, yeah.
All right, then I say we roll to see if there's, I guess, a car or I guess some kind of fuel source around.
Okay, so some kind of fuel source around. All right. So, you are rolling. Are you guys both rolling for this?
Does it matter? Because we're both going the same way, so we would have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do.
I guess if we both rolled, would it like, say if I didn't roll that great, but then he did, then it's like, oh, we do get a car. Does it work like that?
Well, it's nighttime right now, so you're going to be getting negatives to your rolls because it's going to, of course, be harder to see. You guys can do what's called routine checks, and basically, I'm just doing something real quick. So I'm going to try to see something. So you would be rolling. Perception, if you had it, or awareness. So if someone has perception or awareness, you would be rolling that. Okay. And then. So I mean, if you guys roll, I will do what I have to do. Now, another thing you can do is everyone starts out with 1 hero point. 1 hero point, as you know, can make your life a lot easier when it comes to, finding things.
Can I just use a hero point to, like, make a card?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if that's what you want.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay, so basically, yeah, there you go. You guys are walking, and there's a car there. You see, wow. Oh, man. There's a car out of nowhere. Okay, so what do you do?
A car.
All right, there's a car there. You do not have a hero point anymore, Jono. So keep that in mind.
Don't I have another one? I have
No,
two, right?
no, you only have one. You have 2 power points. That's power points is like
Okay.
experience. Hero points is 1.
That's
So the
fine.
only person that has a hero point right now is Ragiroth, Josevius.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a car. You guys are walking. It's dark as hell. Jono is getting real tired. He's freezing, and he looks on over and he goes, oh, "There's a car."
I'm obviously
Oh
gonna
my
go in there.
God.
I'm gonna go over there and see if it's open.
I mean, it's a skeleton of a car.
Here.
Oh,
Wait, I
poopy.
can fix it then.
Yeah, you can fix it.
All right, I'm gonna touch it to fix it.
You touch it, all right. It comes the entire basically like frame of the car. Basically, it looks like a car that just came off the assembly line. It doesn't have any kind of plates. It's literally the frame of the vehicle.
Okay.
There's like the shaft for the steering wheel, but the steering wheel's not there anymore. And there's no tires because there's no tires on the car. He can't fix things that aren't there, but he can fix things that are there. So basically, you guys have now a frame of a vehicle.
Okay.
Now what?
There is a gas tank attached to the frame of the car.
Oh, that might be all we need.
Because
Might not even need tires.
yeah, but gas tanks are pretty much attached to that. So, okay,
So then, if we just took the fuel, could I just kind of build my electric car, and then power with the fuel?
yeah, you could do that. Now I'm going to say this: you can only build a car that would be 1,000 cubic square feet. So it's relatively
enough to fit us, all three of
no,
us.
no. You could essentially fit all 3 of them, but like it's almost as if someone's going to have to get, bungee to the top of the car.
Well, I mean,
The girl's getting bungeed, right?
I guess.
You're gonna put her ass up there like a Christmas tree. It's fucked.
She'll be alright. She's asleep.
She's all right. She's asleep.
I'll
She's
just
a
put
trooper.
Just don't roll the vehicle.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a driving skill, by the way?
Oh,
I don't.
I didn't even think of that.
All right. Now driving would be based off your dexterity.
Okay.
So, whoever would have the highest dex would be the person to be doing that. Now, for your luck, it's what? It's not even a what? It's a flat surface with some bumps. No big deal,
Yeah.
Ferris wheel. You know what I mean? So I'll give you an idea.
My dex is 7. It's
Josevius has a 2, and I will look at let me see. Josevius is a 2, and Jono's is a 3. So Jono's dexterity is a 3, and Josevius has a 2 dexterity. So essentially, what happens is, you make like a small car, very small. It's almost like a smart car almost. You guys get in. Who's driving, by the way?
Well, if he has higher dexterity, shouldn't he drive?
Yeah, I mean, if you want him to drive. However, his girlfriend is going to have to be sitting on your lap, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, she won't feel anything that pops up. So, I mean, she can't say anything. I mean, anime girls can't say no.
You're right. You're driving, right? I guess you're driving.
I mean, I'll drive. I don't care. I just
All right.
figured.
It shouldn't be that difficult of a drive. I mean, you've walked around these areas. Jono's walked these areas tons of times to get his like weird anime merc, and it's not too bad. And with Jono's help, you guys could probably get there pretty fast. However, you guys get in there, you're all cramped, you're ready to go, and Josevius is like, you ready to go to Mexico? And he tries to turn the vehicle on, but it doesn't start. There's fuel in it. There's just something else missing.
The battery.
Yeah, battery.
No, it's because my car's battery just died last night, so that's why I'm having friggin'
Sitting
PTSD.
there calling you a bum and everything.
You bum. So yeah, you'd have to put a battery in.
Okay.
Do you know how to install a battery?
Technically, can I just like make one? Because it's like, it's electricity basically.
Yeah, you could actually. And so currently you have 3 charges. You made a vehicle, so that's 1 charge down. If you made a battery, that would be 2 charges down. But you would have to be riding with your stand out.
Okay.
Okay, so like your stand would basically be like floating above the vehicle. Now, another thing I didn't explain to you guys: your stands can only go 10 feet away from you.
Is that how Jojo works?
Yeah, because each one had a range, and right now your ranges on your summon is close. Is close, so that would be usually 5 feet, but I'm going to put it to 10.
Okay.
So usually it'd only be able to go 5 feet away from you, but I'll say 10. Now, if you guys ever want to improve that, you can always spend power points to
I might have to.
Yeah, to modify the range of
With
your
how
stand.
my ability is.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. Now, so you put a battery in there, and you turn it on, and it comes on. You want to describe your vehicle? Like, what does it look like?
It looks like the car from Final Fantasy 15, but made out of electricity.
Okay, all right. So it looks like what? Is it a convertible top? Is it a convertible top?
Hell yeah!
Oh, acid rain. Oh shit! All right, so this
can't hurt me.
I'm trying to think of the speed a vehicle would be running at, but I'm pretty sure that if by foot that it took a day, it probably wouldn't even take because you're walking what 60 miles. That would take
You
a
think
day.
it would take like 12 hours?
No, if you're doing 60 miles per hour, you'd probably get there around around an hour if you're doing 60 miles per hour in the vehicle. However, if you're driving that fast, you probably wouldn't be able to see things that were coming up.
I don't think it's going to be that easy
ahead of you. Plus, you guys, I don't know if you have headlights.
Yeah.
Actually, you wouldn't unless you created light bulbs.
So I guess, wouldn't the car itself be kind of sort of illuminate because it's made of electricity?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yes, actually, it would, actually. So you're correct. So yeah, you get a faint glow of electricity. I didn't think about that. So yes. So you guys can see about like maybe 40 feet ahead of you as you're driving.
Okay, that's
so yeah, you're good. And eventually, with the help of Jono basically going, oh, go this way, go that way, go this way, and then like basically like Jono's teeth's kind of hurting him because like his girlfriend's head just keeps banging into his head, his face. You guys get to the town of Ridgewall. Now the town is basically it's pretty much like a shanty town. There is like a giant husk of like what looks like used to be like maybe an ocean liner, like a partial point of it. With like basically tarps thrown around it. It's still nighttime. I forget what time we said it was, but I'm going to think it was around like 10, 11 o'clock at night when that fight went down.
it was late, yeah.
So
sounds about right.
You got there around like 12 o'clock in the morning at the town. There's not a lot of activity. And you do find it weird that a town like this, you, of course, Josephus, would find it weird that a town like this does not have any kind of like perimeter wall. It's like security's pretty lax here. You do see like like certain people like walking around. Very very few people. It seems like at night most people stay inside. Because you never know what's out there. There's like a few torches lit here and there. And you can see like the tents kind of like moving in the wind from wind activity. Now the wall itself that it's sitting on is huge, and in fact, because the wall is so high, it actually kind of blocks out some of the moonlight that you would be getting. So it's actually a little bit darker at this
That
point.
area.
Yeah,
Hmm.
in this area. And when you look up, you can almost see as if the wall sort of like leans over, like almost like a curve. So you guys are
Wait, couldn't he
actually
see that a little bit more because of his stand? It's
yes and no. I mean, it really only reaches what, like I think
not far.
not that far. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't. But yeah, you guys can see a little bit better.
Normally,
Yeah, normally than normal there. So, yeah, there you go. You guys are at the town.
All right.
we got to find a doctor, right?
Yeah, I mean, what are
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
where
gonna do?
I guess ask people around. Where the doctor's at.
Where the doctor's at? There's
Yeah.
not many people on the street. If you guys can roll perceptions for me. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should get that.
well, perception for Josevius is a 7, and uh, perception for um, Jono is a 6. So Jono 6, Josevius 7.
I only got a
Mm.
5.
Okay, and what did you get?
Hold on. I'm pulling up the dice thing,
Hmm.
dice app.
Okay, so for you, Jono, because of the light from his stand, you're getting kind of blinded.
Okay.
And as you look around, it's actually kind of killing your night vision.
Oh, I didn't even know I had night vision.
No, well, okay, so when you walk outside at night yourself, your eyes will gradually adjust to the darkness, and you'll be able to see gradually a little bit better at night. This is every normal human being because your pupils will widen to basically absorb
Yeah.
more light. Now, because his light is basically shining in your eye,
I
it's
can't.
killing your night vision because you rolled a 5. Yeah, so I mean, it's really hard for you to see right now because of his stand.
Okay, here we go. All right. 20. All right, I got a 16.
A 16.
Yep.
Okay, so you do see a place. It looks like it's actually got neon lights. It says Saint Alfonso's Pancake House.
Hmm.
I am pretty hungry. I should go over there.
Now, if you recall, Josevius, Saint Alfonso was who you were supposed to bring Jono to.
It's all coming together.
Of course, Jono does not know this. He does not know this information. Only you know it, unless you choose to share it with him.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I mean, you could just bring him to, I mean, Alfonso's, pancake house, and he wouldn't be any the wiser, and you would just, turn him in, get your money, because it's a lot of money. I mean, this is the most money you've seen in a while. I mean, you'd be good for a very long time.
Thing is, would the game end if he got like captured or like what? That's the thing. Like,
Well, I mean, you don't know what's in my storyline. Of course, I wouldn't put you in a situation, well, that would
I
necessarily end
end
the
it.
storyline.
I'd have to kill somebody.
You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't like there's a reason, you know what I mean? Like I'm putting these it's sort of like a main quest in a video game.
yeah.
Like this is
There's
probably
always
a
like
main
twists and
quest.
turns. Yeah.
Yeah, like this would be your main quest, and then of course there'd be like branching side quests and stuff like that you guys can do. It's just you have to ask around, sort of like you do in a video game,
Okay.
except you choose whatever you want to do.
Whatever.
If you
Keep
don't
me
like
down
an
for it.
NPC, you can just fucking murder them, and things happen because of it. But
Yeah.
so you do see Saint Alfonso's Pancake House. There is a sign out front of it that says, "Watch out where the huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow." 5 points for anyone who knows that music reference.
I
Sounds
don't.
really familiar.
It does sound familiar though.
Yes, GG. This is like D&D, yes, but it's Mutants and Masterminds. They can make anything they want. Sorry, I just saw that pop up. Um, But yes, yeah. So it's right there. There is other shacks and shanties now. Jonah,
Yes.
your Leet L33T does live in this town. This is, of course, the town you came from.
That's my contact.
That's your contact.
Can I give him a call?
You don't have a phone. You'd have to just go to his town.
How far is it?
It's not very far. I mean, it's probably like a 5 minute walk in the town.
Yeah, I think I'll go there. I don't know if Josevius, but I might leave him behind.
What do you
Unless
say
he
about
wants.
that, Joe Savius?
I got some business to take care of.
No, no, no. Just come with me to this place.
I mean, you are kind of hungry,
Yeah, I'm
Jono. I mean,
hungry. We drove for a while.
but I mean,
Uh,
your girlfriend. I mean, she is kind of banged up. I mean,
I know. I guess we'll stop at the pancake house first. You know.
oh, really? Damn, you're savage, bro. You're
Yeah.
savage.
Why not? Yeah. Why not?
Okay, so
I'll just
with his girlfriend basically
see how
like
it goes.
thrown over his shoulder, you get out of the car. Now, do you keep your stand engaged, Josevius?
um, yeah, because just because I don't we don't know the town. We don't know what's going on in it, and
All right. So as you walk through town, the few people that you do see, they don't even notice it. Um, I mean, they notice like the vehicle that you guys were driving in, um, but no one actually notices you guys. And you think they would, especially since you have this blue like blue light source surrounding you guys, pretty much. But as you guys are walking, you do see um, something posted on one of the tents.
Um,
oh.
what are my skills so I can see that better? Can I just read it or can I?
I mean, yeah. I mean, do you want to look at it?
Yeah, I'll look at
It is a picture of Jono,
it. Here.
and yeah,
Oh.
he's wanted. It doesn't look like the same bounty profile that you got from Wang Chung, Josevius. And in fact, at the bottom, it's actually signed by a group um, called the CC.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks like two capital C's with like periods after each one. So it's probably like an acronym for something.
I'm just trying to think.
You guys can make like maybe an intelligence roll or awareness roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
I think it would be awareness. I think that would be awareness.
Yeah, I'll do awareness,
For that
yeah.
roll because it's more of like wisdom. Awareness is more like wisdom.
I don't know what my number is.
Oh, you don't know what your number is? Let me bring that up. Um, so awareness for
19,
Josevius
right?
is two, and then that's for Josevius, and awareness for Jono is a two. So yeah, it's a two for both of you. So it would be roll and then plus two on top.
I got 11.
So 11. Is that with your plus two on top?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 11. Are you gonna roll?
All right. Reset that. I got an 8.
Mm. Neither of you really neither of you really understand. It's CK. Sorry. Oh my gosh, it's CK. That's what it says.
Yes.
Sorry, CK. But anyway, none of you actually really know what that acronym is for. You've never seen it before.
It's a cool kids club.
Yeah, cool kids. It's the cool kids club. No, you guys don't really know what that acronym's for. Even if it is an acronym, it could be someone with CK. That's his name. It could be. Who knows? But you guys are at the door, or I guess you can say the tent flap of Alfonso's pancakes. The smell of like baked whatever is just emanating through the door.
God.
It's almost as if like there's a finger pulling you into it because it's like, oh my god, it's just like this like sweet kind of like I can't explain, like warm smell, you just don't really smell that often. Now, you, Jono, would know that this is a popular pancake joint. And people just can't seem to get enough of it.
Sounds like a stand itself.
Now, actually, Xinksly has dealt with Saint Alfonso, like the younger generation of Saint Alfonso. So not his character has, but him as a person, he's dealt with an Alfonso before. But yeah, so you know that this is a popular
Person named Alfonso?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. But Jono knows this, but you don't, of course. But it is a popular pancake joint. It's if you were to describe it to Joe Savius, they would be little small discs of I guess you could say bread, fluffy bread.
This reminds me of the one king pancake part of the last.
Yeah, it
story
is.
you made, yeah. Is
Yeah,
that what
yeah.
you mean?
It's similar. Yeah. Not the same Alfonso, but it is Alfonso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in first because obviously I just seen my.
Just seen well. Oh, you just okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, Joe Savius, you do see a bit of reluctance from Jono to enter the establishment. Yeah. Did you tell? Did you show? I don't know if you guys both looked at the paper, but I'm guessing you guys did both because you both rolled. So yeah, so both of you saw the poster, and you do see reluctance on Jono to enter the pancake house. Maybe he doesn't
I
like
guess.
pancakes.
He
I
doesn't like
don't ever-
pancakes?
I like waffles better.
Damn.
I like
Honestly.
waffles. I like waffles.
I don't want pancake.
Okay, so I mean, you guys are standing out front of this.
I mean, would it make you feel better if I go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you walk in. Can you roll me a will check? As soon as you walk in there, Joe Savius, will.
Okay.
It would be your. Let me see. Make sure I got the right thing. Right. Your will is a 2.
All right, I got a 14.
14. Oh, man, those pancakes, they smell delish. You might want to sit down and have yourself some pancakes. Okay. When you walk in, though, it is pretty much a shanty. It is like a sectioned off tent, essentially. There is like a little, almost like a window, carved out of like, it looks like a piece of like whatever that you guys are in, like the metal frame. It looks like a half. Where it almost makes like a counter, like a window looking into like what could be a kitchen. Stoves and tents, all it's basically a cordoned off kitchen and then dining room. You're in the dining room right now, and ahead of you would be like the kitchen and like a small little like cutout piece that you can go into the kitchen with. Now there's a few tables. There's no one in Alfonso's pancake house
Guys,
right now.
give me 1 second.
Okay.
One.
Okay. Cool. There's no one in Alfonso's pancakes house at the moment. Probably because it's late. You do see a man. He basically has kind of like, I don't want to upset anybody, but this is the best way I can describe it. Kind of
Oh,
like,
boy.
kind of like a Jufro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's got like a goatee, very long goatee. He's got like a very scruffy look to him. Almost like of course your character wouldn't know this, but a very hippie look to him.
Okay.
And he's cooking up some pancakes.
Seems like a nice place.
Oh, do you say that to the character?
Both. Yeah, I say that as a joke, but I actually said character too.
Oh, hey. Hi, man. Welcome to St. Alfonso's Pancake House. What can I get you? We got pancakes and pancakes.
I'll have a large stack, please.
All right. Coming right on up. Just have a seat. Don't mind the rat turds. It'll be all right.
I'm back.
All right, cool. So do you have a
Place your
seat?
order now.
What?
I said he has to place his order now.
All right, you placed your order. Now, no, Jono's actually still outside.
Oh, okay. I thought he had followed me in.
Mm,
All right, I'm gonna walk in now.
You're gonna walk in. All right. Well, the guy behind the counter. Oh, look at here. We got another visitor with a person slung over his shoulder. That's fucking weird. What'll it be? We got pancakes and pancakes.
So no waffles.
And he looks at you
Oh,
like you got some kind of like mutant crustacean crawling out of your ear, and you check for a brief moment because you think there might be a mutant crustacean crawling out of your ear. But he says we got pancakes and I can make them look like waffles.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
I'll have some of that.
placebo effect.
You see him like he's got like a hammer, and basically, you ever see those hammers like the tenderizing hammers? They have those,
Yeah,
those little
yeah.
like square like things on them. He starts beating the pancake
Oh my
with
god.
the
Making a waffle.
yeah, he's making a waffle. He's beating the fuck out of it. And a few minutes later, man, this smells so good. Oh, did you roll a will check for me?
No.
Okay, so it would be a
Yeah, I
D20
think
plus
only I
2. Yeah, he failed his.
I got a 15.
15, is that plus 2?
Yes.
Okay, so you got a 15. Man, pancakes are smelling awfully good to you. I do. So you're like, yeah, I can't wait to
But
get
I'm
my...
used to coming here, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
I'm
used to coming. Yeah, you're used to it. You've never noticed anything off. I mean, there's always people coming and going out of this fucking place.
Has this guy with the hammer always been there?
Yeah. This is...
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you
But-
say I'm a regular?
No. And even if you were a regular, I mean, this guy sees so many people a day.
Okay.
That he could probably recognize your face, but he's sort of like me with my job. Like I see people all the time, and no matter how many times I see it, I just don't recognize you.
Yeah.
Unless you really made a big like indent on my brain.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
There's like 3 people I know that come in.
Yeah. So like,
That's it.
you guys sit down, and you just hear like a banging, really loud. It sounds like he's gonna break a table, but eventually he comes on out. He drops the plates on you, and he gives you the price. It's basically 5 cats per plate, not the actual females. I mean, not the cats, like the actual felines. But yeah, he's looking for payment. Um, now, which called Josevius, you got money on you. I mean, you got a good amount. I'm not really going to be like nitpicking money in this game, to be honest with you. And Jonah, you do have money, but I mean, you don't have a lot of money. You know what I mean? So
I'll pay my man.
you pay your man. All right. So you slip him the monies, and he's like, "All right, thank you, brother." And then he's looking at you, Josevius.
Yeah, I'll pay him.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. And he basically walks back behind the counter, and you guys start eating your pancakes.
In my waffles.
With your girlfriend. I'm imagining your girlfriend sort of like a Weekends at Bernie.
Yeah,
Like laying on, like she's like drooling all over herself.
She's like on a stool next to me, like leaning against.
Yeah. Now, the guy behind the counter, which Jonah would know would be Alfonso, basically is like sort of like eyeing up. He's glancing over at the girl, and he goes, "Oh, does the little miss need something? She looks a little out of it. You guys."
Nah, she's all right. Don't worry about it.
Well, all right. That was a little weird. But you guys are
What
eating
I'm
your
into.
pancakes. It's what you're into. Hey, it takes all kinds of people. But you guys are eating your pancakes around the table. They're pretty fucking good.
Even though mine are smashed.
Yeah, I mean, yours is pretty much like, it's sort of like paying like $10 for like a regular crust pizza, right? But then like you pay $10 for a thin crust pizza, and you sort of realize you paid more for actually less, because yours is basically
Yeah.
just like a pancake with holes punched in it, and you don't get as much, but I mean, it looks like a pancake
looks
with
like a-
holes punched in it.
Yeah.
It's a
it looks
waffle.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say "let go of my ego" if like Josephus came at
Lego
it.
my ego.
Yeah, let go of my ego, bro. You know, but hey, you guys are eating your pancakes. What's going on?
Is there like TV or well?
There is no TV.
It's a tent.
It's dark and it's a tent. Yeah. The only thing, the
Sounds
only
impressive.
entertainment, the only thing that you guys can hear is like maybe a faint sound of a generator. That's what's keeping the neon lights going. And you have like you hear like sort of like the fire from the kitchen and some clinging clanks of like dishes. You do notice that there is no sink in the kitchen. So like it's those those pots have probably made like a couple million like pancakes. In fact, there's like a little sign that says like over 1 million pancakes sold, and with the same pot, never been washed. But I mean, to you guys, it's no big deal. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I guess we should tell how
You gotta
things
eat.
are in this world.
Yeah. Now, in the kitchen, there is like sort of like a back room. This tent sort of looks like it's kind of butt up on the giant wall that you guys are at.
Okay.
So, yeah. What do you guys do?
Well, okay, so this is the same guy that that I'm supposed to report to, right?
Maybe. I mean, his name is Alfonso.
Because he doesn't seem like. Well, I guess does he know what Jonah looks like?
Yeah. He doesn't always, like I said, I was explaining, he doesn't always recognize people. But I mean, he might not. I mean, he could not know yet of what's going on. He might have like, he might, if to you as like a bounty hunter, he might just be like a go in between. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
You know, certain things. You know what I mean? He might not know like what the bounties are. Maybe he just gets,
things.
unless he gets like very limited, information. He might be a fence. Who knows? Like,
Oh, man, I don't know what I want to do. I want money, but at the same time,
it's a very large sum of money.
I mean, I'll kill him.
You probably wouldn't need much. You know what I mean? Money and
and I'll kill him. So. I like him though, because I actually go to his place.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. I mean, he always seems nice.
Okay, so I forget. Have I seen the star on his shoulder, or has
Yes.
he seen the star on?
You have seen the star on his shoulder.
I haven't seen yours.
He hasn't seen yours.
Okay,
You guys haven't even said your last names to each other.
that's right. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring that up now. I think.
Okay, you guys need to RP this. You can't. I can't do it. You guys have to talk to each other. All right. You guys
Okay.
have to have a real conversation with each other. Talk like you would be talking to each other in real life. There you go. Boom.
So earlier when we were fighting at your shack,
At your shack, the love shack.
when I noticed the star on your shoulder, I realized it's very similar to something I have. Here, take a look.
It's the same exact.
It's identical.
Yeah, it's identical. He sort of like gingerly like brings it down, like paint me like one of your hookers, like Jack.
Yeah.
It's really gingerly.
So, what does this mean, that we're related, or?
Well, you guys don't necessarily know. Those birthmarks have just been on your back since you were born.
So I mean, if two random strangers that just met, then obviously having those stars on our back must mean something, that we're connected. Davis.
Yeah, I think it's way too good of a coincidence to have these two very distinct birthmarks.
Yeah, and you're the only other person I've ever seen with that mark, besides myself.
I mean, you don't get
And
out
both of
that
us-
much, but
Yeah. I'm always only looking for anime, so I wouldn't really know.
True.
Mhm.
And we both do have that some kind of weird power, or I guess we know we have something.
We don't
right?
know
Like,
it's called a
Yeah,
stand-up.
you don't know it.
Okay.
You don't know it's called a stand. It's just the
I
first
was
time.
trying to avoid calling it a stand. Yeah.
Yeah, but it seems like no one else really notices it. So
So we have to figure out what this means then, because it's connected somehow. At least the two of us.
Yeah.
Currently,
Well,
the woman in the chair next to Saki is sort of like starting to like lean to the right, like she's gonna fall off the chair.
All right. Well, I grab her
Okay.
obviously.
All right. So you guys continue on.
Yeah, and obviously we have to figure out what's wrong with Saki.
yeah. So yeah, what exactly is the deal with her? Has she always
Well,
been like this, or this just
no,
happened?
no. I don't know what's wrong with her, so I have to go. We have to go find a doctor soon. I mean, I was just hungry and being selfish.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
kind of a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. She won't know that when she wakes up.
Wow.
well, I have a bit of a confession to make. So part of the reason I even attacked you was I'm a bounty hunter, and there's actually a big bounty on your head, and this is actually where I was supposed to attack you. However, this whole birthmark thing has me rethinking things, and we could either just A, forget about it, or B, maybe we can try to dupe this guy, and I can have my cake and eat it too, and we can get the
Yeah, I
money.
like that plan.
Yeah. Let's dupe this guy then.
Okay.
I, I like this plan.
No, I get that.
Do you tell him the amount of like money involved, Josevius, or do you sort of like how do you want to work? Like,
I actually forget the. Did we say
well,
the amount of money?
it's a large amount of money.
Yeah, I don't think.
$1 billion.
Yeah, it's
Oh no,
a it's
I would have brought you in. For
I
that.
mean, I would say like it's up to you whether you want to tell him the full amount. If I was like a wagering fool, I would tell him like, oh, we're gonna get this amount. I'll give you half of that, and like it would be way less. But like, yeah, to sound fair. But of course there would be rolls involved with that. But so you just tell him the full amount.
Okay, it's
You don't even give an amount. You can just say, it's this much money. You know what I mean? Because really, I'm not rolling with money in this. You know what I mean?
it's 250,000 credits.
All right.
Damn, that's a lot. You're.
That's a
I'm broke,
lot of
so-
Sakura. That's a lot of Sakura merch.
I'm broke as it is. So. But yeah, who sent you to come get me? This guy. Right here?
It wasn't him. It was this guy named Wing Chun. Wing Chun?
Now, Jono,
Wang Chun?
I know him, don't I?
you know him. You know Wang Chung.
I'm gonna kill him.
Now,
Yeah, I know him.
Wang Chung, you met years ago when you were a young lad.
He might look.
Now, he came in. He asked to see your birthmark.
Years ago, right?
Yeah, years ago. This is probably when you were very young, maybe 9 or 10.
Right.
And he said to come to him when the time was right, and that he would tell you the meaning behind your birthmark.
But if he's trying to get someone to grab me, I don't know. If he's trying to take me by force. But we're gonna have to go see him after we find a doctor, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess, well, what should we do? Well, first things first, maybe we should try to dupe Alfonso first.
Yeah. Can I? I know this is random. Can I like just touch him? Is he close?
Oh, Alfonso?
Yeah.
You guys are like in a dining room, and a bit of far ways back. You can't really even see him that well.
I mean, I don't
he's
want
in the
to. I'm
back.
not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna like knock him out till he clears up.
And we take his money.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, you guys are dicks. Well, Josevius, just to let you know, this was a
He
person
can keep the money that we paid him for the pancakes.
you
though.
were.
Yeah, take that back at least.
You do know that this isn't Wang Chung, and that you were told to bring him to Wang Chung, but to speak to Alfonso in order to do that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right,
So yeah,
sorry.
nah, I'm just.
Yeah, I was a bit confused about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. That's why I wanted to. I do like where you guys are going. I mean, this is fine with me. I mean, this is like an evil party in D&D. It's fine.
Yeah,
with me.
no, I'm just gonna I'm gonna sneak in the back and knock him out. I'm not gonna kill him or anything.
You're gonna sneak in the back.
If I take him to,
Okay.
He was just being bold, you know. So I have to let him know.
If that's what you want to do, I mean, all he did was serve you pancakes.
Yeah, shitty pancakes at that.
Wait, so this isn't the guy where you're going to get the money from.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't
Maybe
know
she
that. You don't know that it's the guy that's.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock him out then.
Mama said knock you out.
All right, so
Can I roll? Is it a stealth or?
yeah, you would be rolling a stealth to do this. Let me get my dice roller up.
Yeah, I'm not. We're gonna clean this up real quick. I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, so you are going to come at him hard body though, essentially.
Yeah.
All right, so
I don't know what my stealth.
well, yeah. Let me get your stand. Your stealth is a 6, so it would be D20 plus 6.
I got an 18.
All right, you do you sneak back there. Very well actually. He's clanking. He's doing whatever he is with his thing. He's definitely not cleaning. Yeah, he seems like he's sort of like perpetually just moving plates around just to make it seem like he's busy. You know what I mean? He's got like a cigarette in one hand and he's just moving shit back and forth.
Can I just go up to him and like?
You're gonna have to make an attack roll. And
Yeah,
what are you touching him with?
My hand.
Like you're okay. So with your stand's hand, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna have to summon your stand.
Okay, I'll summon it.
Okay. So you summon your stand. Okay.
And then I roll what?
You're gonna have to roll a fight. So your stand has a fight of 6. So it would be a D20 plus 6.
15.
15. All right. You definitely touch him. Yeah. So you touch him. You're using your sickening.
Yes.
Okay. So and he basically like when you touch him, he sort of makes like a reaction, like he's like shaking his head, and he's about to turn around.
And I can like, what is it? Dodge or hide? What is it?
This is you. I mean, remember your thing does not automatically just knock them out.
Yeah, I know.
It takes time. It's progression. And also, too, you have to remember anything he touches now is going to be contagious. So the entire town, if you never cure every item that he touches after this, will be sick and start to vomit, and everyone in the town will die eventually from you touching this one person.
Can I what can I do?
Because everything now that he touches, because he's contagious, and now everything he touches will be contagious as well.
Can I use a close combat too?
With your stand?
Yeah.
I'll let you do it, yeah. So you roll a fight. It would be your fight. Your unarmed would be a plus 6.
20.
All right. Wow. Okay. So what you're gonna do is he can no longer resist any damage that you do to him. So because basically when you put a threat on somebody, they can't resist it. And plus, by touching him, which we didn't roll, it would be 5. But he's basically just a minion character. You knock him out. Yeah, he's down on the ground. He's out.
Now, do I have to heal him now because of that?
If you want to, I would cure his I would cure it so it wouldn't progress any further than it already has.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, you can just touch him.
Yeah.
You're gonna cure it, so like he's not gonna get up. You're not like. You can put a regeneration on him. It's gonna take him a while to get back up, though.
All right, and I'm just gonna rob the money we paid him with.
Okay. Wow, what a dick. Okay, you get your money back. Jeez.
I get raggies too because I'm nice about it.
Roll a perception.
Yeah. Which is.
Your perception is. Let me bring that up while you're back there. Your perception is a 6, so D20 plus a 6.
16.
16. While you're back there, you do notice another door. It is an iron door, almost looks like a vault door, almost inside of the giant face of the cliff that you're at right now.
I'm actually going to check it out.
Um, as you basically, it has one of those like like wheel
Yeah.
handles, almost like on like a ship, and you basically turn it. It's a little rusty, but you can use your stand power to basically make it, turn a little bit better. And basically, you open it up, and it is dark in there. It is stairs leading up.
Can I go get Josebius?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, because he has the stand with the light, obviously. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to him and I'm gonna be like, yeah, there's like a real big door that leads up and it's really dark and I'm gonna need your stand, so I need to use you real quick.
As you guys, if Josevius, do you go? Like,
You know what?
Yeah, I'll go.
all right. So as you guys are walking, you hear like a thump behind you,
I'm gonna
What the
look behind.
fuck was that?
and it's his girlfriend. She fell off the chair.
Oh,
Oh,
1 second. I'm gonna run back and I'll just put her like on the
prop
floor
her
next
against
to it.
something.
Like I'm not gonna put her like.
Oh my goodness, you're a dick. You really don't like your girlfriend. Okay, so you lay her on the ground.
No,
And,
no, I said lean her up against something next to you.
Okay, you lean her up. You sort of have her like a marionette. You got her arms like saddled
Yeah.
behind like the chair. I mean, she might not fall again, but she's slobbering all over the place. All right, go to
She's gonna wake up with like a bumps on her head.
you go to the door. You go to the door, right?
Hmm.
Do you summon your stand, Josevius?
I think it was already.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was already
Summon
out.
this. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Your stand lights, and a blue light shows a set of stairs with an archway up there. And you just see like wall. It's metal wall.
It's just a wall.
Yeah, no. Well, you
Wall.
can walk up there, but from where you are, you see the archway.
Yeah.
And then basically directly ahead of that, it looks like it might be like a T junction.
What a spot of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Go over to get some tea because obviously the waffle. I don't even know what a T junction is.
It's like okay, so let's say a road, right? A road that leads up to only left and right, but there's no way to go forward.
But it only goes left and right.
It only goes left or right, yeah. So you go forward and then left and right.
Do I want to go left and you go right, or?
Okay, I mean, you leaving your girlfriend down there?
No, I'm gonna go get her. I need to find a spot for her. I feel bad for her. I'm
I thought
trying.
it was like a bed or something.
Or someone you could leave her with.
I'm not leaving her with that creep. Well, no, actually. Well, no, Josevi.
You just knocked out Alfonso. He was a pretty nice guy.
I don't want to leave.
And then Lee, Lee, he's a little weird.
Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave her with him.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and he comes to the door. He looks kind of tired. He's got literally his bottle cap glasses on. He's like, who is it? And basically in his hand, he's got like a body pillow of like an anime chick with giant breasts.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
He's my kind of guy.
what's going on, man? What's going
Oh
on?
yeah, can be like, can you watch my girlfriend for me for like?
For like what? How long? Sure, I'll do it. And he's sort of like rubbing his hands together, his grubby hands. Yeah, I have an extra bed for you. And he leads you in, like it's a mess in there. Like there's Kleenex all over the place. It sort of looks like Raggy's probably his bedroom right now, just covered in Kleenex. Or Xinksly's maybe, I don't know. Or my room, who never
I'm
know.
pretty.
All of ours.
I'm pretty OCD. Like I'm really immaculate.
Okay, so you really clean up well after it. So you have extra Kleenex on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Okay.
I just got Windex as I walk in, like on the floor as I walk.
Oh wow. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you bring her in. He does have an extra bed. It's pretty ratty. It might come with the extra surprise of bed bugs, but I mean, she's knocked out anyway. So, I mean, you can't do anything about it. So she won't notice a little bit of bed bugs.
Probably get bed bugs at my shack.
Don't let the
Okay.
bed bugs bite.
Is that it? You say anything
Yeah.
else?
Nah, I'm just gonna.
You just gonna leave her? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back.
You leave her. You'll be back. All right. So,
He's an alright guy.
in the meantime, do you do anything, Josephus?
Sit over at my shoulder watching this weirdo.
I mean, I'm just here.
Did you go with him, or did you stay at the?
I think I just waited there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So,
I come back and I'm like, sorry, I had to take care of some business.
yeah. I mean, he might have sold off his girlfriend. You don't know. Like Josephus, he might have just straight up like sold her to like a slave or something. I mean, he seems
like, okay, I believe you.
You've noticed with Jono that he seems kind of callous. Like he don't give a fuck. That's the impression that the GM's getting, and you're sort of getting a whiff of that. Like he's very kind of like devil may care almost. But you guys are sitting at this doorway, and there's stairs leading up. It goes up a bit of a ways, and like I said, you can pretty much see like an archway of doors, and then what seems to be two hallways that lead left and right from the archway.
I mean, part of me wants to say split up, but like, I feel like
Yeah, you guys can split up all you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll split up. I'll go left, you go right.
Okay.
Okay, and
It's
we
where
are
it's gonna
Starting.
starting. It is dark in here. As you walk in, it smells musty. It smells old. It like mold and everything.
Worse than Lear's place.
What is it?
Worse than the guy I just dropped off my girlfriend with.
Yeah, like his room smelled like taquita and banana and like anal lube and stuff like that. While like while yours like sort of, well, this just smells like old. Okay, so
What does musty smell like?
Like
I never
like
understood that.
wet carpet, like really wet carpet,
okay.
or
Yeah,
basement, basement.
Yeah, it's like a basement. Like when you pull out like an old bureau and all the old clothes are like just smell like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He hit it right on the nose. So who's going left or who's going right? When you look to the right from the stairs, it's a really long hallway. It's probably around like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Can
40,
I go down
45,
the
50,
hallway
55,
that's
60,
left?
65, 70, 75, 80.
Well, yeah, I feel
85,
like
90.
he should go down the way that
It's
that's
about-
more lit.
It's about 90 feet, almost 100 feet to your right. You see like another like turn off to the right. And to your left, it's about 10 feet until the hallway turns off to the left.
Okay, which one is the lighter?
There is none of them is very lit.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he'll go left. I'll go.
Okay, so basically, who's going to be in the dark and who's going to? So, which way you going? Josephus.
I was gonna go right.
You're going to go to the right. Okay, so
Yeah.
Jono is going to the left.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up something. I hope I really didn't get rid of the certain.
I gotta say though, I'm loving the story though. I mean,
It's
I
fun.
know how.
It's good.
I like this.
Good stuff. Let me make sure I have a certain.
You don't know how much I miss JoJo on it.
Yeah, I miss it too. I miss it every fucking day.
And Dr. Stone like. Dude, like
Okay, so let me make sure. Did I?
Was Dr. Stone on break or something? Or
yeah, season 2.
All right. So, who? So who wants to go first? Basically, I'm not gonna roll initiative, but we're just gonna choose who wants to start walking first. Like who wants to go first as they explore around.
I'll go.
Okay, so you head to the left. Now the hallway branches off to the left as you sort of walking. You have like your hands in front of you, and you do notice that as you walk like 10 feet to your left, it branches off to the left again. Now this is a long hallway. It's probably goes far out about you would think almost forever because you can't see that far down the thing, and you do hear that siren go off that we just heard. No, I'm joking. You're not entering Silent Hill. You're not entering Silent Hill.
oh man,
I'd probably be alright there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you walk down, if you walk down 5, 10, 15, 20, about 20 more feet, you would notice like um, another hallway going down to the left, too. So you can either keep going forward or go to the left.
I'm gonna keep going.
So you're going to keep going forward?
Mhm.
Okay. So you keep walking, you keep walking, you keep walking. This is a really far. Eventually you hit like a wall, and when you look to your left, you can sort of make out what looks like another door that you opened up.
I'll go.
Downstairs. Yeah.
So I'll go down. I guess I go downstairs now.
Oh, so no, it's not downstairs. It's just another door.
Oh, another door that leads the way
No,
I'm
that
going.
leads it leads in the direction of where you're going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep going then. Yeah.
Okay, so do you attempt to open the door?
um, I'm going to. What is my or whatever.
Do you open the door or do you not open the door?
Um, what's perception do again?
Perception allows you to see things.
Okay, and then intelligence and all
It,
expertise. That's nothing.
expertise.
Insight.
Well, no. Okay, so I'll tell you what you have in things because what you're looking at is no, kind of older. Okay, for you, you have insight, investigation, perception, and stealth as skills.
Can I do an investigation?
Yeah, you can investigate. What are you investigating?
The door.
The door. Roll.
I got 11.
It looks like a door.
Okay.
It's got like a wheelie in front, and yeah, like a little
All
wheel
right.
you can spin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in.
All right. So what I need, as you go to start turning the wheel, you actually hear almost like a mechanism snap into place, and you hear. Can you roll a dodge check for me?
10.
A 10. Just as you open the door, you hear like that, and you instinctively move your head, and all of a sudden, an arrow just hits the metal door that you were trying to open and pings off the wall from behind you.
So someone just attacked. Um. What? Um.
All right, so um, we're gonna go to,
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah,
Here.
we're gonna go to basically an arrow just flew by your head. You just ineptly just dodged it to where it just pinged off the metal door that you were just opening. Literally, it was just right by your ear. You dodged it by. Okay, so where are you going, sir?
Me?
Yes,
Okay, so I'm going to.
you're going down to the right, right? The longer
Yeah,
hallway.
yeah. I'm going. I'm going down the right way.
Right.
I have my standout light in the way.
You have a very eerie feeling about yourself. You can see more, yet you almost feel like the light is playing like tricks with your eyes. Like you're seeing things moving in here. Um, like sort of just like shadows, just flickering off the wall. And give me 1 second to tell you what to roll. Um, all right, so you need to roll a d10 and add your will to it.
Oh, a D10.
Is there a d20? D20, add your will to
Oh,
it.
okay. All right, I rolled a 20.
Mm. Damn. All right. Well, I mean, it's not that odd, I mean, you are seeing
Small
that
but
it's
tricks.
yeah. You're seeing some, shadows playing, here and there, but you do have like an odd, very odd sensation. Like the hair on your arms are starting to stand up a little bit. So as you walk forward, you come to about another like let's say like 100 feet. You come to a point where you can go to the right, and about another like 80 feet ahead of you as you make that right. It looks like you really can't see much actually because it's so dark. But you continue going down.
Okay.
And as you come to like a wall, you see that it does go off to the right, and there is another door. It's similar to the one that Jono had opened earlier down below. But, however, I need you to make another will check for me.
Okay. Alright, I rolled a 20 again.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay.
No,
Okay. All right. Still, you do feel like like the hair on your arms like standing up.
yeah, it's like I don't. Maybe it's like I don't really know what's going.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on, but you definitely don't. You don't feel
I don't
easy.
feel right.
Yeah. All right. So there's a door ahead of you. It's got one of those like spinny wheels that you turn it to open the door. Do you go to open the door?
Um. Yeah.
You go
Go
open the door.
for it.
You
Yeah.
open the door, and nothing happens. You walk through the door, and it looks like this used to be maybe like almost like a shelter of some sort. There is like kind of like the frames of old beds lining this room. It's more of like a rectangle shape. As you walk in, to your right about 10 feet,
Figures his
is
bed's in this room
yeah.
when his girlfriend.
Yeah, there about 10 feet to your right, there is another door like on the wall to your right. And then across from you, about 5, 10, 15, about 15 feet diagonally from you is another door. They're all basically the same doors you guys been opening, like the spinny wheel ones.
Huh.
All right, so we'll go to Jono. Oh, make one more will check for me. Um,
Yeah, I'm on it.
yeah.
11.
11. Okay. Okay, before we leave, you start hearing sort of like a bird. I don't know if you'd realize your character in those, but like sort of like like a chirping of like baby chicks in your ear, and
The
you
hell?
see something like peek out from one of the dark corners of the room you're in. Um, it's kind of odd. You don't know what it looked like, but it sort of looked like it looked like an old computer monitor, like sort of like peeking out of like from the wall, like almost like out of the wall. I need you to roll another. Actually, no, I don't need to do this, so I'll just do it. You rolled an 11, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, you're fine. You're good. I mean, you just see that.
An
But we'll go to
old
Jono.
computer monitor.
Yeah,
I'll be right
it's
back.
moving. It's like it is moving. Like it sort of like peeked out from like the wall and then went back into the wall real quick. You know what I mean?
As a
Like so
computer monitor.
almost.
Huh.
Yeah, it sort of has like arms, like in chunky fingers, and it just like goes back into the wall. As soon as you see it, it's gone. But you every once in a while, from like a distance in like your ears, you hear like the chirping of like it's like birds or chickens. And you can't put your finger on it, but you hear it.
Huh.
It's almost
Okay.
as if it's almost as if when you saw that, you heard that, and but you can still hear it like faintly, and as soon as it disappears, the thing into the wall, it's gone. All right.
Huh.
So, Jono, you are
I'll,
in. You
I'll be
are
right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah, Jono, you are in a room. It looks like there is like computer banks. It's very like just
This is after I
dusty.
got attacked, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, sorry, you're at the door. The door opens though. You opened it. So, but yeah, an arrow basically flew past your head.
Now, is that only a one-time thing, or can I try to go through that again?
I mean, you don't
Can I
know.
stealth the door?
I mean, opening a
Or,
door is opening a door. So,
uh,
I mean,
yeah, I'll just try to open it again. If not,
you open it again, and nothing happens.
oh, so I can just walk in then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah, I just walk in.
You walk into a room. It looks like it's like a bunch of series of like, well, I don't know. I guess you could say like old computers, maybe. Um, You know,
Ooh,
like
that might have
really
some
old computers.
soccer.
Yeah, is that what you're thinking about right now?
Yeah.
Soccer X Soccer. Um,
Yeah, I'm on the
these look
journey.
these look a little different from like your average computers. They're not like the monitor computers. You know what I mean? They're like kind of like blocky and square, almost like a server computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You said there's broken one.
I mean, they're all really ragtag. I mean, they all look kind of run down because it seems like they've been sitting in there for a while.
Yeah, can I fix them and see if there's anything important on there?
You touch it and it looks newer. Um, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of like power for them.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Now, this is another rectangular room. It's longer than it is wider. As
Yeah.
you walk in, there is an archway to your right, and then directly ahead of you is in the corner like another door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that door then.
What, the one directly ahead of you?
Yes.
All right, so you go to open it, correct? You try to open it?
Yes.
Okay, you try to open it. Okay.
I don't even know how I would like.
Roll
put it
a
in.
dodge, sir.
Oh, here. A 20.
Damn! At this point, I mean, tell me what you do to that arrow. I mean, it's another arrow. You hear it go. What?
Yeah, I don't even notice it go by me. That's how.
Yeah, like you sort of move your head again. It hits the wall, and you're like, "Damn, where the fuck is this coming from?"
Like I don't know how to make like opening a door interesting, so I'm just gonna walk in there. But
Okay. Um, it actually turns out like as you try to open the door, it feels like the door won't go any further. Like there's something behind the door that's
like
completely.
blocking it.
Yeah, it's like stopping it.
Okay. You said there was another door then, right?
Yeah, it was an archway. You can
Yeah,
just
I'll go
walk.
to the archway then.
Yeah. You walk in and you basically you walk in. It's a long corridor. As you walk down, you'll notice that it leads to the door that was blocked that you just tried to enter.
Wow, I feel.
Like a U. And there's actually something on the wall, like a piece of paper. It's pretty old. And like kind of like moth-eaten, I guess you could say. There's
Can I
holes all over
roll
it.
for an insight? Is that what to see something? Is that
Perception
insight?
would be to see it. Yeah.
Perception? Yeah. I'll roll that. Then.
Okay, roll it.
14.
14. You can see that it looks like some kind of like blueprint or map.
I'm gonna take that off the wall because I might need that.
All right, yeah, it's falling apart as you're touching it.
Can I repair it then?
Yes,
Or
you
no?
can. Yes, you can.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it
Yeah, I will.
looks like a map to something.
Yeah. I'll search.
On the map there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. There's 5 rooms on this map. Now what I will
I'm back.
do is okay, cool. I will share with you, sir, a map real quick. Let me how do I share my screen again? Here we go. Share screen. Turn on share screen. Let me just make sure.
You don't have
Um,
porn up.
yeah, let me. Yeah, I don't got porn up. All right, so cancel.
Like, what do I see on that tab?
Yeah, it's just porn. Lots and lots and lots of porn.
I don't
Wait.
even run.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, okay. I only
Nah,
want
I
to
didn't
show
see
certain window though. I don't want to show you like everything. I guess I'll have to share it. Fuck. Oh wait. Oh whoa. Holy shit. Wrong. Change window. Um
What happened?
I by accidentally start sharing things with you. All right, so this is the map that you
Oh.
see.
Oh, okay.
So
Where am I at?
right now, well, you would assume that down here is stairs.
Okay.
This is the stairs that you probably came from. You went to your right, and you went all.
No, I went to the left.
No, you went all the way down here.
Okay.
Yeah, you went all the way down here. You entered this door right here, and now you're in
Yeah.
this room. Now the door that you tried to open that was stuck was right here, but you went in through this door.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, now, Mr. Jono, Mr. Josavius, I need you to make another roll for me. Another will roll.
You can unshare the
Okay.
screen if
I'll unshare it. Yeah, I'll unshare. If you want to see it, just let me know.
yeah.
I got a 16.
A 16? Once again, you hear that chirping noise again. And then you see from of the um another part of like the wall, you see the same thing just sort of like peek out of the wall, and as soon as you see it, it like tucks back in. Um, you're starting to feel like a little like hazy, I guess you can say. Like your head doesn't feel very like it doesn't feel right. And right now the hair on the back of your neck is like standing up.
Hmm. I am spooked.
Yes, you're very spooked. You're like, what the fuck? You're seeing things come out of the wall. You're hearing some kind of weird chirping noise.
That would freak me out.
And as
I
soon as you see it, it's almost like they're gone.
Wait, the sound is gone? Or?
Yeah, the sound and what you see popping out of the wall is gone.
Huh. I think at this point, I make myself a weapon.
All right, so you charge up your battery packs and you make yourself a weapon because you have a shotgun right now, and you're the only thing that you don't have is a scythe for your stand unless you just want to make it real quick.
Oh wait, do I still have the scythe or is that gone?
Yeah, once you take away your stand, everything that you had leaves you. So
Okay.
yeah.
Um.
So I mean, you can make a scythe again if you want. It doesn't matter. It's just you'd have one more. You would have two charges left.
You
on
know
your
what?
battery.
I'll just take out my shotgun for now.
Okay, so you take out your
I
shotgun.
don't know what it is.
Okay.
Might not be.
Okay. Cool. What do you do, Josevius? Like I said, you don't know what it looks like now. Jono does have a map right now. You don't know that. But as you walk in, from all the things you're seeing, there's a door to your right and to your left. The doors are almost right across from each other, but they're separated by like 5, 10, 15, about 20 feet. You're standing in between two doors, and directly ahead of you, where those things were coming from, what you're seeing, it looks like, as you can see it more, it looks like a almost like a computer monitor, like one of those real old school computer monitors, with sort of like an eyeball on it, like coming out of the screen, and it's got like really kind of like blocky like arms and like what looks like fingers, sort of like pushing itself out of the wall, but it's gone right now. But that's what you've been seeing, and you've been hearing like chirping noises. But it's not there right now. It's to the left or to the right. There's two doors. Directly ahead of you is just empty, and then behind you there's like a wall where you came from, where the door is.
Okay, I think I'll go.
Jono, for you, I don't know if you remember what the map looked like. He's on the far left. He's in the far left room from where you are. You guys are on the complete opposite sides
Of each other.
of each other. Yeah. You'd have about almost 300 feet to run in order to get back to him.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jay Savius, what are you doing?
What are the directions I can go again?
Left or right or straight ahead? Straight ahead, there's nothing there. It's just a wall. To the left and to the right, there's doors.
All right, I'm gonna go left.
Go to the left. Okay. So you go to open the door.
Yep.
Roll a dodge for me.
Oh boy. Oh, 7.
Feels good.
Is that with your dodge added to it?
No,
Okay,
that's
so
just a roll.
what's your dodge?
It is. Crap, where is it again?
I'll bring it up too. Your dodge, if you'd like to know, is a 2.
Oh, 2.
2. Yes, it's a 2.
So got a 9.
Okay, so you're standing there, and all of a sudden you just feel something hit you in the back. It's a nice stabbing, piercing pain. I need you to roll your toughness.
Okay.
Tell me what you get for your toughness roll. So it's d20 plus your toughness, so it would be 2. d20 plus 2.
I got. I rolled a 7. So I got a 9.
A 9. So okay, 16. So, I feel it, and as you reach back, it's an arrow sticking in your back. It's lodged like in the middle of your back right now, and you feel kind of shaky. You do know that you have a -1 to any other resistance checks to damage. Something just shot you in the back with an arrow. Though you do know, as you started, as you tried to open the door, you sort of heard like a light click, and then it happened. You heard like a shoo, and then smack. You felt the pain in your back.
Oh.
All right. Can you make another will check for me?
All right.
This is what happens when you split up. You roll a 13. You feel fine right now. However, you don't see anything else. You don't hear anything else. However, you feel like, what did you roll again?
I rolled a 13.
13. But man, you feel really just like shaken. Like you don't even think you can move anymore. You're like stuck where you are, and your head is really, you're getting overwhelmed by the clucking of chickens. You have no clue where the sound's coming from. It sounds like it's coming from behind you, but it's just you just hear chickens clucking all like in your ears. It's almost becoming unbearable. All right, so Jonah, what do you do?
Is there any way for me to go like straight or no? Do I have to go back?
No, you'd have to go back out the door and around the other end.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
All
Because
right.
I don't know what else I can do because I tried to do something with the computer.
Are you gonna try to go? Are you gonna try to go back to the staircase?
No, I'm gonna go well, yeah, staircase from where I came from.
Yeah, from where you
we
came
started?
from. Yeah, from where you started.
No, I'm gonna go the right way.
Okay, so you're gonna go. Okay, so you're gonna come back around. And you're gonna go down the one room that was right below you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you enter in there, and this room's pretty empty. There is a door directly to your right. Like, well, diagonally to your right in the corner, like in the far right corner.
And there's nothing in this room at all.
Nothing in this room.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go for that door then.
You open it, and it opens. And then ahead of you, there is another door. This seems to be almost like an antechamber.
Okay.
And there is another door ahead of you.
Yeah, I'll go through that one.
You go to like spin it, and it just won't open. And can you roll a dodge for me?
Yep. 18.
18. You don't even know how you dodge this, but basically spears fly out from the wall next to you, go and you jump backwards. So basically, it sprang out from the wall to your left, hit the other wall to the right, and the door's still there ahead of you. It's just now there's kind of spears blocking the door. And if you wanted to get through, you would have to break them.
The spears?
Yeah, the spears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through.
Okay, so I mean, you can just touch them, and they basically start to just disintegrate.
Well, I don't need to spin for that, right?
No, you touch them. Your stand touches them, and then they just disintegrate, and you can just like karate chop them, almost like a cigarette ash. All right, so I need Mr. Let's see what I have to do here. Now I need you, Josevius. I need you to roll a will check again for me. Tell me what you get.
I rolled a 20.
Roll the 20. You can feel something like tugging at your brain. Like your hand goes to like move on its own. You didn't tell your arm to move. However, it began to move on its own, and you just noticed it, and you just sort of like pulled your hand back. And I will tell you, as soon as that happening, the chirping from behind you, like the chicken sound of chirping, just got so loud, just like cacophony of like chicken noises coming from behind you.
Damn, this is what I get for eating so much chicken.
It's like it's chirping. What do you want to
I
do?
love it.
Oh, what if I well, I'm gonna create a.
The sound is coming from right behind you.
I'm gonna create a trying to think somebody can do.
All right, so I'll let Jono go. So you go through the door that's spraying
Yes.
the. All right, so you open the door, and directly to your left, well, to your left, as you open the door to your left, there is two doors on the left hand wall, and then diagonally across from you, about 5, 10, 15, 20 on the left, on like the far left wall. So like you're facing the you walked like north into the room. To your direct left on the wall behind you, there's two doors. And then
Yeah.
diagonally from you on the far left wall, like if you look to your left, you'd see the wall. There is another door. Yeah, you can hear movement from the far left door.
Hmm.
That's all you can hear though. Like sort of someone
Yeah.
like kind of walking around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the one where I can hear the noise.
All right, so actually the door is already kind of open. It looked like someone tried to open it, and it's coming inwards towards you. The door.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, I'll go in there.
All right, so you walk in there. As soon as you walk in, you see Josavius. He looks really confused. Um, you know, he seems like he's really pondering something, and you also smell like iron, like blood, like in your nose.
Can I touch my nose and see if I'm bleeding?
No, 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 you're not bleeding. You just smell it.
Okay. Josavius, are you okay?
Yo, Raggy, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I don't know. I keep
What
and
was?
I got hit with an arrow.
Now as he turns around, you see like a giant like arrow sticking out of his head. Can you
Oh,
make another?
oof.
Can you not make another will roll for me?
Oh, it's in my head.
No, no, in your back. Sorry, in the middle of your back.
I was just
Can you
saying,
make another will
dead.
roll for me?
I got a 16.
16. Once again, like you, you basically you see your fist like raising at Jono, like you're gonna punch him, and then you catch it. You know what I mean, with your other hand before you actually did anything. And you hear the chicken voices again coming from right behind you.
Yeah,
God damn it!
there's definitely something wrong with you. Can I go to grab the arrow out of his back
Yeah,
and like just disintegrate it?
yeah, yeah. He does it, and there you go. The arrow is gone. It's out.
Now I'm gonna heal him too.
All right, you heal him.
Obviously.
Okay. You feel better. You no longer take negative ones to your toughness checks.
I'm
Um,
OP.
Joe Savius.
Awesome.
You don't like it, all that pain's
Now,
going
does
away.
he hear all the chicken noises?
Oh yeah, yeah. He hears the chicken noises. They're getting
I don't
really
hear
bad.
them, though, right?
No, you don't
I
hear
don't-
them. In fact, you don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But he's hearing chicken noises. He can almost barely hear you, and it sounds like it's coming directly from behind you, like right behind your head.
My head.
No, Josavius' head, because he's the only one that can hear it right now. It's funny too, though, Jono. I, as you want to go reach for that arrow in his back, the hair on your arm, like you felt like
stop.
chicken pox. Like like your goosebumps. Sorry, goosebumps. Like oh my god. Like, but yeah, you just pulled it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel a little bit weird, but
I mean, you're fine though. I mean, it's just it might
Yeah.
just be a cold draft in the room. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
definitely not feeling anything like Raggy is, though.
Definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say Josevius. There's something going on with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just seems weird. He hasn't actually said anything really to you. You just said you
He's just
felt weird.
standing there.
Yeah, he's just
He's just
standing there.
standing there.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you do, Josevius?
Now he's hearing them now too.
No, he does not hear them.
Oh,
You're the
okay.
only
I
one
thought
hearing
only
it.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
only I'm hearing
Yeah.
some. Man, sucks. I don't really know what to create to help with this.
As you're looking through like the doorway, you see like another thing like pop out, like woo, and then it just goes back like immediately. You know, like the chicken noises are constant now, but you see something else like pop through the doorway and just go. Can you make a? Do you have insight, Josevius?
Um,
Do you have an insight?
I know. I do.
Insight.
No, you do not have insight.
Can I roll? Well, I can't.
You can't see it. Like you're not seeing anything that he's seeing.
I just think he's crazy. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna-
mean, he could be crazy.
I know
Well-
it's hard for like being a first time like
Yeah.
role player.
I mean,
so-
this is a real tough one. Think this is like JoJo's. This is a JoJo fight right here. Like you got to figure out how it's working. You got to figure out what's going on.
I think I'm just going to start destroying some things to see if this thing comes out.
Okay, so you start firing wildly.
Firing what?
Wildly,
Okay.
like you're just trying to destroy things.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You start firing your shotgun off. It's not doing anything. In fact, the
Is he
chicken
shooting at
noises-
me too?
No. I'm not shooting at him.
Make a
I
roll.
know
Make a will another will roll. Don't add anything to it, by the way.
doing a lot of these. A lot of these rolls.
Yeah.
All right. 8.
Yes.
You raise your shotgun. You turn to Jono,
Oh man.
and you go to fire at him.
Can I dodge this?
You could dodge. Yeah, roll dodge.
18.
All right. So,
I got the rolls.
18. So he goes to fire at you. And man, the shot is wild. It's almost as if he looked like he was trying to aim at you, and then in the last second, Josevius, you would know this. You sort of regain control a little bit, and you jerk your arm to fire it out of the distance. But you're hearing the chicken noises real bad, and they're right at the back of your head.
It's at the back of my head.
Yes. You can try to
What
look or.
That's the one thing I have a question too.
What?
When I touch somebody and they have like an affliction, can I tell like?
You can heal things. You can't.
No, but can I tell like when I'm healing like what is like hurt? Like obviously.
You can. Okay, so you can heal. You can heal physical afflictions, or anything that's going on like physically with the body.
But this is a mental thing, right?
Maybe.
Oh.
Now, I mean, as you're flinging around, well, I don't want to help you out too much because this is the whole illusion. Yeah, I don't want to help you out. This is the whole thing you guys have to figure out yourself.
What if I created? Okay, I'm here in the back of my head.
What if you created what? I can't hear you right now.
I said if I'm looking behind me, I'm not seeing.
Okay, yeah, you're not seeing it. Like, do you try to look behind you?
Yeah, I try to look behind.
Okay,
me.
so
I look behind
as
me
you
multiple-
look behind you, out of the corner of your eye, you can't really tell, but it seems like there's something right at the corner of your eye that as soon as you turn, it's turning like it's just right at the edge of your eyesight as you turn your head to the left or to the right. Now, Jono, you cannot see this.
Okay.
But you do see him like sort of shaking his head, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what the hell is that?
I would say, I'm trying to think. Maybe.
I mean, you do have a hero point. Use that for what you will.
Does that go away?
At the end of the, you always start with 1 hero point.
I mean, it is almost 8. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
5 minutes till 8. I can give you a hint. You could do something with it. It's whatever you want to do. I sort of just did give you a hint.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
create
I call
an
it that.
electric helmet and put it on me.
You create an electric helmet and you put it on me, and nothing happens. You still hear the chickens chirping in your head.
Okay.
now you can't get hurt that much from behind your head, but you still hear the chirpings of the chickens.
the
And
special helmet.
make a roll for me. Will roll. Don't add anything to it because you just don't feel very willful right now.
15.
15? Man,
Yeah.
like you're about the fire again, but you with your strength you just sort of pull your finger off the trigger.
How large could I make something?
Something 1,000 cubic feet.
Is that enough to cover the whole?
Cover the whole room? Probably not, but I mean, you can maybe do it halfway or whatever you want to do.
All right, I'm gonna tell. All right, Jono, get behind me, or I guess get close to me. I'm gonna build a force field that's gonna.
A force
I
that you
guess.
wouldn't be able to do. This has to actually be like an item. You know what I mean?
No, not a force field, like a net,
A
like
net?
an electric net, an
Electric net around you? Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
do
make it
it.
like expand as far as I can.
Okay.
Okay, so it's expanding outwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get behind them.
Daddy digs. Okay, so you make it, right?
Yeah, I make it, and it's not hitting. I told Jono to get close to me, so it's not hitting him.
Okay. You do that. You do hear as the ring expands, like because it's electricity, directly behind you, you do hear like a zzz, like almost as if it is making contact with something directly behind you, but it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Damn.
Like you hear it right behind you, like right behind you.
I
mean, there's still that hero point.
Yeah, fucking. I'm using the hero point. I don't know what.
All right. So you are looking. So as you turn your head, you're seeing something in the corner of your eye. It looks like a humanoid. You have a feeling that if you could see behind you without trying to look behind and without turning, you might be able to see what's behind you. Because as you turn, it's almost as if it's so fast that it's just going with you.
What could I make? Let me see.
Behind you. Come on, man. You probably every time you brush your teeth.
A mirror.
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's your hero point.
I mean, you're sitting there looking, and I'm like looking in the mirror, and you just see me behind.
No, you're not behind him. You're next to him. But if you,
so I'm making a mirror.
You want to make a mirror? Okay, so you use it.
It's like looking into a mirror.
Okay, so as you look, you see something floating behind you. It's the same thing you've been seeing peeking around corners. It's basically
screen.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's a very skinny kind of like it's all of its appendages are like square. It sort of looks like Star Fox 64 where it's all like these like hard rigid lines making up the body like a really poorly really bad like polygon count, you know what I mean? And it's basically like staring, like sort of staring behind you, and it's got like it looks like it's doing something in the back of your brain, with its fingers, and basically as it's floating, you can see like sort of like cables now hooked up into your back, like there, and it's just sort of floating there, like messing, like using your head almost as like it looks like almost like it's using its fingers to type. Yes. Jono, you do not see that at all.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
and
What if I'm
the chicken noises are going crazy in your brain, and that is where we will end it for tonight.
to be
8 o'clock.
continued?
Yeah, to be continued. But yeah, that's
I thought we made some really good progress.
yeah, you did. You left your girlfriend like standing there,
He'll be alright.
laying there with some kind of like pervy dude.
I
But
mean,
yes,
she knows me, so.
yeah. Yeah, this is a tough one. I do swear I made this character before you guys made your characters. Because I noticed that all of your characters have both your characters have really shitty will saves, and I was like, oh fuck, like, oh fuck. But yeah, this is a stand user. I don't want to give too much away from it.
Nah,
but
it's definitely a Jojo thing.
yeah,
Like, I wouldn't even thought about that.
yeah,
And it's cool. It is funny. It ended there.
yeah, because that's how I think that's how it would normally end. You know what I mean?
It's like they would finally find out what it is.
Like,
To be continued.
and then
No, we have
to
to
be
wait a week.
continued. Yeah, now you have to wait a week to see how you guys are gonna deal with the fucking thing. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god.
Yeah. But do you guys liking it? You guys having a good
I mean,
time?
I'm having a good time, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see like what happens. How you guys are gonna deal with this thing. But all you pretty much know is that it's right at the back of your head, doing what it
I
is.
can't see it. I'm
doing.
just sitting there.
You can't see it.
I'm just chilling.
You don't know why you can't see it.
Do I know something's there though? Like I know something.
No, you don't know anything is there. You can't
So I just
tell.
think he's crazy.
Yeah, you sort of do. He hasn't really said anything to you either. Right now, he's looking into a mirror, and you just saw like a weird look on his face because he hasn't said anything. He hasn't said that he's seen anything. He hasn't said he's hearing things. He just says he doesn't feel right. So, that's all you know.
So I'm kind of confused right now.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah,
He's just looking in the mirror. I'm like, is he trying to look at himself?
Yeah, like he's checking himself out. Like, oh, I'm a good-looking guy, you know. Like, oh shit, look at this sexy dude. But all right, guys. Well, I guess we'll call it there. I hope everyone that was watching, we did have a few like viewers here and there, enjoyed. Make sure you guys stay on the call though before I end the stream. But you were with Mr. Anderson. We also had Mr. Xinksly and Mr. Ragiroth.
You guys have a good night.
Good night, guys.